Hi, my wise astrology tribe, Cosmic Inside Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Krisztina. Today, I'm here actually to record this podcast for you about Mercury retrograde. And Mercury going to retrograde from August 23rd, from 21 degrees to September 15th, and it's going to go back all the way in 8 degrees in Virgo. So tomorrow it's going to station retrograde and it's going to come back here in Virgo to 8 degrees. And I'm going to have this recording actually for all signs today. The day when Mercury gonna go to retrograde, it will sextile the moon and it will trine Uranus. So you see, it will sextile moon and it is trining Uranus. And also going to conjunct Pallas Athene. Pallas is here, and square Vesta. Vesta is here in Gemini right now. So it's going to square Vesta. Okay, what else is going to happen? Actually, I wanted to talk about a little bit Mercury and Virgo archetype. So Mercury is exalted in Virgo. It rules Virgo. It's exalted over there. It loves to be here. So when it's going to go to retrograde, it's going to lose a little bit of power. Mercury is the planet of communication and thinking in astrology, the way you actually process information. So your Mercury sign describes how your mind works and actually how you communicate. And this planetary energy has to also deal with the way you are capable, as I said, learn. So Mercury in Virgo is truly methodical and you know, like very, very picky and throughout in thinking as well. So in Virgo, it will strive for perfection. There is a lot of common sense here with this placement. And Mercury in Virgo becomes really curious, but also very scientific. It needs proofs. It is an earth sign and it's a mutable earth sign, so it's capable to change its mind, but you know, it does need proofs, Virgo. This placement actually suggesting a very active mind as well. What else can we talk about here? You know, there is going to be a lot of details in thinking because Virgo is really detail oriented. Sometimes it's very hard to turn your brain off when Mercury is exalted in Virgo. You keep thinking. So, and you know, also because of Virgo is over analytical and overthinker. So Mercury in Virgo actually takes a lot of responsibilities. So nothing easy over here because Virgo takes everything very seriously. It also has, you know, some kind of need to understand every single little details. You know, if you're talking to a Virgo, they are asking a lot of questions sometimes, and you know, like that could be that. So overthinking, over-analyzing. But when Mercury goes retrograde here, it could be a little bit of loss because of in Virgo, it's still exalted, but you know, like slowing down of the process of understanding and get a little bit confused. When Mercury goes retrograde in Virgo, it could get some kind of Piscean energy, you know, like delusional, illusional, because Pisces is actually the opposite sign. So it's attract than the opposite sign energy a tiny little bit. Yes, all right. So then we're going to talk about every single sign over here. I'm going to start with Aries. And yes, it's Aries rising. So if you have an Aries rising sun or moon, this is your Mercury retrograde forecast here. So Mercury retrograde, you will experience in your 6th house. The 6th house has to deal with health, with your office space, with your pets, your daily routines, your habits, and also with your renters as well. So when it's going to go to retrograde, you might going to experience some kind of opportunity coming back to you. You see, it's like a web. When an opportunity comes back to you, you can take on to it. Not necessarily start anything new, but take on to it. So you will, and actually you can take care of your health over here. You can get a second opinion from a doctor, go back to doctors, go back to the gym, perhaps restart some kind of diet or restart some kind of supplementation, what you disconnected with previously. It could actually bring back a roommate or a tenant, or you can actually go back to a tenancy where you were before. So you rent the same house that you rented like 12 years ago or some times ago. That is also has to do something with herbalism and gardening. So you might going to have to retake an exam in you know, if you are a nutritionist or herbalist, and this time you're going to reevaluate your knowledge and you will study very hard to do that. This is an axis between Pisces and Virgo, so your emotional health is also very, very important, just like your like physical health as well, and to get in shape as well. It could be something about also like the way you are commute to work, and your car could have some kind of issue and you will need to fix your car as well. But definitely there is more insight over here. And if you see, when Mercury gonna go actually retrograde, it's going to oppose Neptune. So definitely there is some kind of confusion for you over here, right? Confusion with thinking, and there is some kind of illusion or delusional way of speaking. People cannot understand you. Maybe you are signing a contract or you're going back to rent something out or an office place, but you don't understand the term all the way because you were in hurry. Because don't forget, Mars still here, so you want to hurry up with some kind of decisions here. All right, so if you want to actually, you know, this is the house that is associated with helpers, right? Because that is service for others, and also because of the other, the opposite sign is Pisces. So it could be something health related, some kind of unexpected event, and actually you can get back some kind of job. No, actually you can lose, because of in energy, it is opposing to Saturn. So it could be some kind of issue with early retirement, or, you know, like you don't want to work anymore. For example, if you are a jail guard, or if you are someone who is in a nursing home, you just don't want to work over there anymore. So what else could be that? So Mercury actually will trine Jupiter and Uranus, right? It is good because of Uranus and Jupiter in your second house. So actually you can get a good tip for investment. And because of Jupiter also rules the 12th house, and it could rule also, you know, like it could roll oats, and it could roll a lot of other things like oil as well in Pisces. So it could be something like you getting a good tip where to invest, and it could turn out positive when Mercury going to go direct. So that is, yeah. All right, what else could be there? However, you have to be careful who is advising you, because Mercury is opposing Neptune. Somebody could be a cheater, or somebody could be just a scammer over here. So be careful with that. So it also representing unexpected job opportunity, which is going to rise your salary. All right, so we're gonna move to the other side just for a second. All right, if you have a Taurus rising, sun or moon, Mercury retrograde going to happen in your 5th house. 5th house, anything to do with joy, pleasure, anything to do with investment, with your children, with your lover. It is like winning prizes. Mercury is exalted, but going back actually, so it's going to lose power. However, it's sextile the moon the day when it's gonna go actually to retrograde. And it's also, look at that, it's trining with Jupiter and Uranus. So it is some kind of auspicious opportunity coming up for you. So what else can we, yes, so it's favorable, definitely something smooth with communication, with security, because Jupiter and Uranus over here representing in Taurus some kind of security, and also it's a blessing. And because of Mercury here, it's something with investment, so an investment opportunity will come back to you, right? And or some really good opportunity with your children. For example, Mars is still coexist with Mercury here, so it could represent some kind of amazing opportunity with your children. So you might going to have your children to sign up to a sport team, or they get into a sport team and they keep winning prizes and you're very proud mommy or daddy for them. It could also represent like an agent or who is that, a manager coming back to you, or, you know, like also a lover could come back to you as well, or you're going to revisit the topic if you would like to be blessed with another child. So that could be as well. Yes, so you definitely have to be very responsible when you are taking some further commitment to invest, because of it is actually opposing Neptune, and Neptune is in your 11th house of social, what is that, social matters, that is your social circle, that is your community. And regardless, there is someone in your community who can actually tip you off, but with bad advices, someone who could be jealous and blindfold you with this kind of, you know, pulling, luring you in an investment, and then actually the investment could be a little bit of danger here. But however, because of the blessings are on steroids, then I would say this is going to be positive for you, definitely. And, you know, also that is emotionally, if you have a child, your partner, because the day when it goes retrograde, it's sextile with the moon. So it is like you understand each other's in a parenting situation. So it could be really, or your lover is very, very nurturing and sensual and sexual and understanding, and or a lover is coming back who is like that. All right. So yes, and look at the retrograde here. So it is trining with Pluto, right? And it's trining with Uranus. So it's a grand trine here in Earth sign, and it's very, very powerful. So the decision, whatever you make, it can change your life for the better over here. So yes, it's a winning come back to you, some kind of prize winning is coming, or, you know, invest in foreign matters here, or republish something which is going to be well received. Okay, we are moving forward, guys. And right now, I believe I have to go 1 a.m. to get a Gemini rising. So if you have a Gemini rising sun and moon, then Mercury retrograde going to happen in your 4th house. Mercury not only rules your 4th house where it's exalted, but it rules you. So it's really, really significant for you because it rules the 1st house as well, right? So the day when it's going to retrograde, it's sextile the moon, so emotions, feelings, and it's going to trine Jupiter and Uranus. Very, very good. By energy, it is opposing Neptune, right? And it's opposing the Saturnian energy as well, by energy, not by degree. So, and it's trining Pluto, look at that. So it's actually creating a grand trine with Uranus, Pluto, which is not exact, but still powerful, and Mercury retrograde. So your 4th house is your family, your living situation, that's your root, that's your ancestors over here, that's your property. So you might going to actually have an opportunity with buying a property is coming back to you because Pluto is in your 8th house and it's creating a grand trine. So it's an unexpected event. It's coming out of nowhere. You thought you lost that for a long time ago before Mercury was in retrograde in Taurus. You thought you lost then, and you know, then it's coming back to you. So that is a positive situation. Also, some of you might going to find your biological family, okay, if you were looking for that. because you were adopted or you've been raised in an orphanage, or, you know, like you had hardship in childhood, you might going to go back to your roots. It's also very good to do researches and do family trees for you guys, because of Pluto is over here in your 8th house, very deep to do science researches. Some of you going to find out, you know, or want to find out what kind of issue your family had. Why do you guys have some kind of maybe issue with mental diseases or genetic diseases? So you're going to do research by that avenue. Okay, and what else could it be? So with the moon over here, it's definitely could be like, because it's sextiling, so the energy has to do something with a home, with a renting. So you might going to be capable to buy a rental property, not necessarily a home to live in, but you know, you want to invest in rentals, definitely something with living situation, and you urge to do that change. You urge to go back and fix the foundation, for example. Okay, and what else? So this is over here, it's very favorable when it's trining with Uranus and Jupiter. It could actually help you to invest in a retreat center, or actually help a family member to go to addictology or get rid of mental illness or addiction. Or it could be also like you are willing to sacrifice your property, or not necessarily sacrifice, but you want to do that, and you want to, you're going to have an opportunity back to do something on your property, which could be a sweat lodge, it could be something healing, other service for others. Maybe you are in a state or in a country where you are capable to open a store in your property, which could sell oats, which could sell food for animals, farm animals, or it could be actually grain. So like sprouts, maybe you are opening up something which is selling sprouts or nutrition bar, some kind of juice bar at home, out from your home. All right, so, or close to home, very, very close to home, but it is actually your house, so most likely from home. All right, we are moving forward, guys. And let's see. All right, if you have a Cancer rising, Sun and Moon, then Mercury retrograde going to happen in your 3rd house. Mercury rules the 3rd house in Gemini, but Mercury also rules Virgo, and it's exalted over here. When it's going to go retrograde, it's gonna lose power. However, the day it's gonna go to retrograde, sextile over here with the Moon and trine with Jupiter and Uranus. By energy, it's opposing Saturn, and by also the almost degree, it's opposing Neptune as well. So there is going to be some kind of confusion, some kind of illusion with your communication. So there could be some kind of issue coming up with what is that? With traveling. So it could be long or short distance traveling. There could be some kind of issue with your passport, with your airplane tickets, with your tickets. Maybe your passport expired. Maybe you do have something what is holding you back from this traveling, okay? But watch for your passport, watch for the paperwork, losing something, but really important for this trip. It could also indicate like you will have some kind of oil issue with your car. So because Neptune rules oil and gas, so it could be like, all right, there could be the gas tank leaking or some kind of issue, and you need a repair for your car. It also indicates communication issues, so you have to make sure you are clear when you communicate. You can repeat, you check your emails many times, you know, because it could be lost in the ether. So just check it, or make sure when you say something to a people, confirm it with either in text or in email. So it's written down, it's there for you. And then it's also going to trine Jupiter and Uranus, which is a very favorable aspect. It is actually in your 11th house of social circle, that is money from your career also. That's luck as well here. So it's luck on steroid, I would say, but something what is coming back to you, something what is coming back, like maybe client, like really, really wealthy client are coming back to you, and you're going to prosper out from that situation. An opportunity with teaching, an opportunity with online teaching. Maybe somebody going to have to readjust your website or your social media channel, and somebody will help you actually to update that. And this is the time right now you have to actually check it and you know, to make sure everything is working well. And you know, Mercury also rules your 12th house as well, because it rules Gemini. So you can be a deep thinker. You can be a person who thinking about life and purpose in life very deeply. So definitely it's affecting your 12th house area as well. So you might also get back some kind of job opportunity if you are willing to work as a psychiatrist or psychologist or in hospice, you know, like going there and talking to people, for example, who are ready to do that transition. So this is a good opportunity to get back to that field as well. But as you say, it is making a grand trine with Pluto and Uranus here. So Pluto in your 7th house, it's your partnership. It is something to do with people who legal matters as well. So there could be, and you know, 11th house also is legal matters, and Jupiter itself, it's legal matters, court cases. So there could be a court case coming back to you. However, because it's a grand trine, this is going to be favorable for you guys, turning out favorable. All right, moving forward, guys. So if you have a Leo rising sun and moon, this Mercury retrograde going to happen in your 2nd house. So actually, this is a financial axis over here. Something coming back to you with finances. It could be an opportunity to maybe get justice, or not necessarily justice, but financial matters. So a salary opportunity to earning something is coming back to you. Maybe you will find out you have a gift, a talent, but you didn't know about, and it has to do something with writing or speech, or maybe even photography, because Mercury is expressing yourself away, and photography could be also, or with painting, but definitely could be that. And especially because Venus is here in your 1st house for a long time, and it's gonna go direct on the 3rd of September. So definitely it's indicating something. It could indicate something with some kind of gift and talent. So it is also ruling your 11th house, Mercury, because it's rules Gemini. So that it could be some kind of opportunity coming back to you with the club. So re-enter some kind of society that you lost contact with. Maybe you're going to re-enter a social media group. Maybe you're going to become a member, a high society group again, where you have belonged before, but you just gave it up, or you didn't have money or something like that. But right now you are going back to it. And then let's see, Mercury actually trining Pluto in your 6th house. So, you know, you need to do some kind of major transition and transformation at work and with your health. You have to watch really what you put in your body. It could actually help you if you were on a field like you were a trainer or a nutritionist or an herbalist. It could bring back that kind of opportunity for you. And it could help you actually because of, don't forget, Jupiter and Uranus, and it's trining with this Mercury retrograde, also with Pluto. So this is a blessing over here in career and work. So it is representing you will be some kind of golden child of the year to get some kind of amazing career that is going to transform your financial well-being. So this is good here. All right, what else I wanted to say? So by energy, it is opposing Neptune. So there could be someone who is actually stealing something from your bank account. It could be someone who is restricting your bank account somehow, or shed resources. So you might have an agreement with your husband or wife and have a prenup, but right now you are in a situation that you're going to exit the marriage or the relationship, and they are restricting your credit card. It's going to get denied, some kind of issue with a loan or shared resources or money in the bank. It's denied or restricted. It could be that kind of energy over here. So you must be careful with that. Okay. However, Pluto is trining with Neptune, so eventually, and because it's the grand trine, it's going to turn out positive. All right, moving forward, guys, because I don't want to spend a lot of time here. If you have a Virgo ascendant, so Virgo rising, sun and moon, it is going to happen in your first house. Obviously, Virgos, you are all the eyes on you because Mercury is in retrograde in your sign. Mars coexists over here, just like the sun. Because of the moment Mercury goes retrograde, the sun moves to your sign. So happy birthday, Virgos. Okay, so what's gonna happen over here? You get a stellium over here. So that is a celebration time, especially with Mars here. You want to do something, you have an urge to do a change, but Mercury went retrograde and it is exalted in your sign, but the moment it goes retrograde, you become tired, and especially because of you have by sign, Saturn is opposing to you and Neptune. So you might have some kind of hormonal issues over here. You have to be careful with alcohol, for example. And you also have to be careful with prescriptions or with drugs. It could be also some kind of hormonal imbalance that is coming into your life, and it could affect you, and it could make you really, really tired, and somehow you feel like you want to change. You want to change everything right now around you, and you know, it's gonna be a frustration a little bit. However, the positive side over here, it is multiple opportunities could come back. For example, you can get back a job from before, which was really, really auspicious for you, and you will go back and you will be very, very happy over there. It could also bring back a great opportunities with traveling, for example. You can get your passport, your visa, you can go back to teaching, you can go back, start a podcast or something with publishing, something with writing project, opening a YouTube channel, creating a podcast, anything with social media could be favorable over here, but only if the opportunity existed before. So Uranus and Jupiter is blessing, and it's an unexpected blessing. It could be like you are going to get an opportunity back to become again the ambassador and attaché in a foreign country, some kind of investment in a foreign land that you had before, but somehow you lost connection with. It could be also like buying a farm in a foreign land, investing in aviation, but only if you had that opportunity before, or investing in farming, investing in something technological with farming, only if you had it before. Pluto is in your fifth house, investment. It is trining with you, right? Just like Uranus in the ninth. So it is actually a grand trine over here, which is really, really favorable. And with Pluto, it is like Pluto rules shared resources, big amount of money. So obviously there is an opportunity coming back with investment as well. And the investment could be joy and pleasure-based investment, or it could be something with traveling and social media, and something like you might be invited back to become a journalist in a newspaper. So there is multiple opportunities for you here, Virgo. So again, happy birthday. And I'm moving forward. All right, if you have a Libra rising, sun and moon, this is going to happen in your 12th house. Where 12th house is hidden, 12th house is the eternal wound. 12th house is anything to do with your retirement. So you might going to rethink the opportunity to get retired. You had that opportunity before, but you didn't take on to it. And right now you are tired because Saturn is opposing your Mercury retrograde, and Saturn is like old ages and tired in your 6th house or some kind of health issue, and you're ready to get retired, right? Mercury also going to oppose Neptune, so there could be some kind of hidden enemy and open enemy issues over here. Somebody going to get revolved from work. So somebody who you thought it's going to be a friend or an alliance, it is going to turn out to be an enemy, and you were not aware of that, so it was hidden. But when Mercury goes retrograde, it's gonna revolve itself, himself or herself. So that is good. because at least you know who is that and you can withdraw yourself from that kind of relationship. On the other hand, the day when Mercury goes retrograde, it's going to sextile Moon, and Moon is in Scorpio. So actually it's debilitated, right? It's in force in Scorpio, but anyway, it's in your second house, and Scorpio rules the big money. It rules the bank system and loans. So it could be like an opportunity coming back to you, which was hidden for you. You didn't know about this opportunity, and right now you're just gonna see a little bit clearer. And it could be something with house buying or invest in silver, because of Moon rules silver and pearl as well, and a lot of other things. But yes, so it is an opportunity to invest in something and coming back to you. And because of it's trining with Jupiter and Uranus, and actually Jupiter in Uranus, it's in your 8th house of shared resources, right? Bank loans. So it's not only your salary is going, the raise what you were promised, it's coming back to you for a work what you did behind the scene, for example, but also it could bring in an unexpected event with inheritance, with insurance, tax refund. You might going to be one of the lucky person who is getting more tax refund back from the government, and they are, you know, pay you out more, and they're not going to be able to get it back from you. So that could be an option here as well, but definitely some favorable aspect with prenup, with insurance money. Find a very good health insurance or life insurance. It could be something with inheritance from someone who you didn't know, because 12th house is hidden, so you didn't know you have that kind of anchor, or owned abroad, because Jupiter is foreign country, you didn't know, but right now you get a letter, and then you're going to get some kind of big amount of money, because of Pluto is also creating this grand trine, and you are capable actually to buy a retreat center, but was promised to you before, or you wanted before, but you didn't have the right fund, and you will get the right fund right now. All right, moving forward. Oh no, big also I wanted to say, you know, Mercury also rules your 9th house. So when it goes to retrograde, it's affecting your 9th house, because by Gemini, it rules your 9th house. So something with foreign travels, delay in foreign travels, losing passport also possible. And right now I'm moving forward to Scorpios. If you have a Scorpio rising sun and moon, then this is your Mercury retrograde forecast. Mercury retrograde gonna happen in your 11th house. So you're going to actually get back friends, and you're going to re-enter some kind of social circle that you lost contact with, right? It could bring back an opportunity with a lawsuit. So maybe you had a lawsuit before, and you know, like you didn't get the right amount of money, and that kind of same situation is coming back to you. But because of the day when Mercury goes retrograde, going to sextile the moon in your 1st house, so it's going to be some kind of emotional situation and positive emotions, because of maybe a friend is coming back who you have lost contact with, or move close to you, and it's going to be really, really emotional and feeling good about it. Also because Mercury retrograde is trining Jupiter, which is the planet of blessing and favors and gifts and abundance, and Uranus. So that is an unexpected event, and the unexpected event could come from your spouse. It could come from your business partners. It could come from a legal matter. So you might going to win a court case, and it's going to bring a lot of money for you. It could also represent your significant other, your partner, going to actually bring the abundance for you for somehow. So it could be with because of Uranus is quick energy, and it's like it's a tornado, right? So it is like a quick airy energy, and it's like a quick fame somehow, which is going to transform your life. You can move neighborhood, for example, because of the unexpected event is going to turn out like you will have enough money, and you don't have to stay wherever you are, and you are transforming and transitioning from that neighborhood you live in. But it also could mean like you're going to, so third house is communication, anything to do with with roads, with infrastructure, with magazines, newsletters, social media, telephones, networking, writing. It is your neighborhood, your younger sibling over here, right? So it could be some kind of situation for you here with a sibling, which is turning to be positive because you're going to see your sibling, visit your sibling, and they are returning. So for example, you haven't talked to your sibling, but right now you start to talk about, and maybe the person who going to do the mediation between you and the sibling is gonna be your spouse, your significant other. Okay, moving forward. If you have a Sagittarius rising, sun and moon, Mercury retrograde going to happen in your 10th house. All right, Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarius rising. So 10th house is your honor, your career. That is your purpose in life. That is actually a political path as well if you want to run for office, but only turning out to positive, and Mercury gonna go direct over here. However, if you did have some kind of inclination to be a politician before, or if you already were running for office before, this kind of opportunity could come back during Mercury retrograde. And when it's going to go direct, then it could be actually some kind of good news about the situation. You can become a CEO, for example, or if you would if you were some kind of, if you've been asked to become a leader, a CEO, or an HOA president in your community, it could come back to you. So the day when it's going to go retrograde, it is actually sextiling the moon in your 12th house. So that is like a retreat. You want to retreat from work, or you feel actually like your work, your purpose is really, really peaceful. It's like a retreat for you. So you love to do whatever you are doing, and it has to do something maybe with communication, right? It has to do maybe something with writing, the way you express yourself for the public, because the moon is the public. You might going to give away hidden information, and it could be actually beneficial because it's also trining with Jupiter and Uranus in your 6th house, which is health related and work related, daily routine kind of house over here, and also trining with Pluto, which is like money, and money from career, money from work, getting recognized, being center of attention in your career at work, working a lot, but it's bringing money, it's bringing power to you. It is bringing powerful people to you. So the recognition going to be granted for you when Mercury goes direct here. Plus, Mercury at this moment coexists with Mars, so you want the change. You are willing to work very hard. You are pushing forward no matter what. Only the thing is, when Mercury is in retrograde over here, wait a little bit and don't push any kind of new energy out yet. Only wait for the one that is coming to you. If something is offered to you, go ahead and take it, because it could be very, very good. But I would think you are getting back an opportunity from a long time ago. Maybe when Virgo was in, maybe when Mercury was in retrograde a long, long time ago in Virgo, that's an opportunity could come back to you from that year. But anyway, some kind of opportunity with work and recognition. All right, what else is going to be here for you? So, you know, it is actually opposing your 4th house because of Neptune is in your 4th house. So it's kind of something illusion around your family, around your family members. Maybe, you know, you have to take in someone who is an elder, and because of Saturn is here and it's opposing with this retrograde. So an elder family member could come back and live with you. It could be also something with Neptunian energy. So you are willing to forgive someone, but you know, you are blinded, you still blinded from anger because Mars is here, and it could be a family member. Also, if it is something to do with house, and it is also like it's taking you away from your family because of you work so much. You can get re-promoted, or you can get a job back, which was very, very important. And that's why you are away from your family. All right, moving forward. If you have a Capricorn rising, sun and moon, actually Mercury retrograde gonna happen in your ninth house. Ninth house is publishing, podcasting, YouTube, podcasting, your faith, your belief, older siblings, long journeys, right? But also by sign, Mercury, it's also rules the sixth house by Gemini. So something with health, with daily routine also, you have to revisit. You have to get another opinion from a second opinion from a doctor. You have to you might going to get back a rental opportunity or a roommate or you know, like something with a pet. A pet can find a way back to you. But here, when it goes to retrograde in your ninth house, it is like some delays in traveling. So you're going to return back to a belief, a faith, what you practiced when you were a little child, perhaps. So you're going to return to that. It could be also something with studying. So you might going to actually return and study something that you haven't finished and you are enrolling to do your master degrees. It could be if you finished podcasting, YouTubing, you might going to reconsider and you're going to start again. So for communication, and if you already have done something, it's good. If you have to republish something, a book, what you were writing, that is a good time for that. All right, what else is that? Somebody can come back to you who is a friend, and an older sibling, an older friend, an aunt, an uncle. Somebody is coming back to you perhaps, and you're going to start to communicate again. This energy will actually sextile moon. So it is someone from your friendship definitely is coming back to you, and it's a reconciliation, reconsider the friendship. And also it's going to trine Jupiter and Uranus energy over here. So what else could happen here? Well, you know what? It could be some kind of investment situation. Like you might going to have an opportunity to invest in digital currency, right? Because Mercury and Uranus, and it's a trine over here. So opportunity to come back to invest in crypto, digital currency, ChatGPT, GPT. And you know what? Why? Because of maybe the digital currency gonna go very, very low, and that is an opportunity for you to buy in. Also, it is a blessing, right? So some kind of opportunity could come back to re-enter maybe a sport club, maybe some kind of pleasure-based business. Maybe it was an opportunity for you to open a camp for adults, or for something to do also with children, because fifth house also children as well, a farm. And you lost that kind of contact, and right now it's coming back to you, and you're capable to purchase it finally because of the opportunity presented itself again. It could be anything to do with, like, for example, if you had a publisher, if you had an agent, a manager, and you fired them, those opportunities coming back, you might going to go back with an old manager here who actually will help with your abundance, help to manifest money. Okay, what else is going to happen over here? Yes, so that's what I wanted to tell you, Capricorns. All right, moving forward, Aquarius. If you have an Aquarius rising sun and moon, Mercury retrograde gonna happen in your 8th house. That is the axis of finances over here. And Mercury also rules the 5th house by sign by Gemini. So something could happen in your 5th house also with children, with investment, with getting back a lover, for example, or getting back to the topic, do you want children or you don't want anymore? So there is some topic around children as well. Or do I want to re-enter that sport club or not? Or do professional golfing again or not? So Mercury in your 8th house, it shared resources, anything to do with tax refund, anything to do with bank loans. And because Mars is coexist here and the sun moves the same day, when Mercury goes retrograde to your 8th house, it's all the focus and emphasis in your shared resources. Maybe there is an opportunity for you to reapply for a loan. Maybe there is an opportunity over here for you. And why do I say that? because Jupiter and Uranus is in your fourth house. So that is your living situation. Loan to get your dream home, a loan to renovate your home, to make it a smart home, to get solar planner, to get some kind of self-sufficient farm. So there is an opportunity coming back to you when you can reapply, when you are capable. Yeah, that's what it is. If you had any court case, for example, something to do with family member, where to put your mother or father, and you had a court case, it is coming back to you. You can reapply if you lost the case. So for your family members, and because of Pluto also in your 12th house, so there was a situation here, but you haven't seen. It was hidden for you because some powerful people maybe who represented the other, the opponent, was hiding some kind of important information. And right now you're going to find out about the information, right? Mercury is in retrograde because in 8th house, it does a lot of deep digging researches. And then you are capable to actually defend yourself and win that kind of situation. But, you know, that is good to get a good refund, tax refund. It is good to get a really good insurance, health insurance, life insurance, something to do with maybe some of you going to reconsider to redone your will, your trust, because it's need to be redone. Maybe, you know, family member who got sick and it's need to be redone. Okay, what else could happening? So definitely positive opportunity coming back from house buying and changing your living situation. But you know, it's actually opposing the Saturnian energy and it's opposing Neptune. So whoever you take information from, recheck the person, because there is some kind of missing information, illusion, delusion. Maybe your loan officer, maybe your broker is full of crap, and you know, like you are missing a lot of information, and that's why you are you have to be careful with that. So recheck and make sure those people are serving your needs and really there for you. Okay. So because of this opportunity coming back to you, something with a big refund, something with, for example, insurance money paid out, maybe for a medical malpractice, right? 8th house could be surgery and medical malpractice. And, you know, you thought you lost your case, but actually you didn't. So it's going to turn out positive for you. Then you can leave and let your salary-based job let go. And because of you going to get a big amount of money and you don't need that anymore. All right, guys, moving forward. If you have a Pisces rising sun or moon, this is going to happen in your 7th house of partnership and legal matters. Okay, so what's going to happen here? You know, this is a really good energy actually to if you want to go back to mediation with your significant other, or reconsider some kind of opportunity with a business partner. And it could be about loan, it could be about legal matters, winning a court case, for example, winning a case against a neighbor, winning a case against maybe a sibling, because 3rd house is sibling and neighborhood. So it could be like you were wrongfully treated. You will have the opportunity coming back actually to sue that person and your publisher, perhaps, you see, because of Mercury is writing and the moon is sextiling in the 9th house, which is publishing. And, you know, it could be a case for you over here, which could be a winning case. It could be also like you going to actually reconcile your relationship. It will be something like you're going to renew your vows, your marriage vows, or you know, your engagement vows here. So definitely it could be. It could be like an ex-partner coming back to you and going to propose to you, or an ex-business partner coming back with a really great idea how to invest money. And it could be investing actually something tangible. Right now, it is actually trining with Uranus. So it could be also like the you know, the invisible money, the cryptocurrency or whatever. So it could be, or aviation, because of third house is something with vehicle, Uranus is aviation, could be, and Jupiter also rules the 9th house, so that's also aviation. So it could be that, or digital currency, but most likely it's going to be something tangible, an opportunity to invest, to recycle projects, something with safety cameras, for example. So it could be like the sales are going up. It was really, really low, but right now with that kind of idea, which is going back to an old kind of approach, the way you approached your sales, and you're gonna go back to it, it's going to raise your salary again, it's going to raise your sales again. It could be like you will get an opportunity to invest in Tesla, not just Tesla, but you know, like those kind of cars, electric cars, I wanted to say, or something with the windmill, things like that, but only if you had that opportunity before. You might going to change neighborhood because you're going to actually talk and rethink with your significant other if you want to sell a property and move out from your neighborhood. Somehow your neighborhood can change drastically during this year, in a year. Okay, and what else? And you know, it is rules also Mercury, your 4th house, by Gemini. So it's also an opportunity with purchasing a home, and you agree with your significant other, and it's a blessing by money, and you are capable to change your home and get a loan here, because Pluto is a loan, and purchase a home what was lost before, what you thought you have lost before. What else is happening? Definitely for you guys, it could be some kind of traveling, like you thought you couldn't go somewhere, or you had to cancel a travel, and right now you are taking onto it. So that is positive as well. But you know, this retrograde is actually opposing perhaps your ascendant, sun and moon. So, and Saturn as well, because Saturn is in your sign. So there could be some kind of restriction over here and delusion. So, you know, Pisces, you are a dreamy person. And Saturn over here is like representing like, hey, put your foot down. You have to put boundaries, even with your significant other, or with your friends, or with your business partner. It's enough. Enough is enough. So that kind of energy coming up for you as well. All right, guys, if you loved my video, please don't forget to subscribe, share my knowledge, share with your friends and with community wherever you are, and like my videos, because that's the only way. Just consider you helping me as well, because I put a lot of emphasis and time and knowledge and money to make videos for you and help you to actually translate the energy of the sky, the recent sky over here, right? So yes, oh, and I just realized that with the moon and Pluto, it's making a kite. So it is a good energy. When Mercury goes retrograde, it's really going to become a great energy, because the kite is an amazing formation. And I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video. So subscribe, like, and check out my website if you would like to have a personal reading with me, which is www.urbanwitch.org. I'm going to put all the links below. And if you would like to buy my book, please do so, because I wrote a book from Radical Honesty. It's a lot of Plutonian and Neptunian and a little bit of astrology, also for teenagers, about taboos. All right, talk to you later. Thank you for your attention, and I see you soon with another video. Bye for now.